やあ、小田作。
As far as cinematics go and effectively using sound effects, that's one heck of an intro to the second season's first episode, goodness me.
機銃付きホログルマで武装した元気な集団と倉庫街で撃ち合いになった。その途中でトイレに行きたくなって急いだら排水溝で転んだ。
I feel like this as a story is essentially the perfect encapsulation of him as a character. During the middle of an epic all guns blazing battle, he goes off to pee and injures himself doing that instead.
アンゴ、金槌で後頭部に突っ込むくらいがちょうどいいんです。
Lelouch from Kogias, and my word, you can seriously hear that in his voice, can't you? Since it's now 2023 and my Christmas drive to save the channel is over after a lot of success, I won't drone on for 60 seconds and instead just remind you that hitting that subscribe button and the bell would be straight up wonderful. And now back to it.
ねえ、小田作、私と仕事を交換しよう。私も不発弾の処理やりたい。太宰君には無理です。
I've always felt it's great how they mix in these chibi style moments in this one. It never detracts, always nicely adds to the humour of the scene.
Stray Dogs に
Just felt like a genuinely nice way to start off the video and the season itself.
今撮っておかないと我々がこうやって集まったという事実を残すものが何もなくなるような気がしたんだよ。
その通りになった。3人のうち1人がその後間もなく死んだからだ。
Well, I wrote what I wrote, and I'm not de-winning that, but then we got this very poetic and melancholy moment. Just nicely contrasted the previous win, and at the same time set up the coming story.
それから間もなく幹部がお付きになる。
おはよう皆さん。
Can't quite show it, but right away I'm reminded of the often darker nature of this anime, as it shows a few not with us anymore people, if you catch my drift, and doesn't exactly hide them.
難関面をクリアするところだから。まずい、抜かれた。爆撃。
It's a bold choice to show this much of his past, given that I'm led to understand that it wasn't actually in the manga at this stage. Also take a win here for showcasing his character as still being exactly the same as later on in the future.
パッと見たところはただの放浪者だけど相当訓練された兵団。それぞれが視覚を消すように移動してる。
Also showing this important side to him when he drops the kinda silly part of himself and goes proper serious. Love the change in his voice when it happens too. Considering this season aired over 6 years ago, that's some fantastic looking CGI and animation mixture. That was absolutely sick and totally caught me off guard with his ability. For those two reasons, that gets a super easy max 2 wins quite early on, baby. Again, so very dark, so many bullets.
この金庫を取り戻すためだ。
金庫？
暗号の部屋にあった。だが鍵がなくて開かない。
Also, I don't think he was in the first season, but keep in mind I covered it well over a year ago, maybe even 2 by now, and so, Eraserhead from My Hero Academia and Yami from Black Clover.
お前さっきこの銃はエンブレムだと言ったよな。連中が何者か示すための。
昨日酒場で飲んでいた時、アンゴは取引の帰りだと言ったろ。あれは多分嘘だよ。利き腕ではない右手の上、まともに立てないほどふらついた状態で。
I gotta admit, I was really impressed by his powers of deduction throughout the course of this scene, piecing bits and pieces together. It was like watching an insanely clever detective putting a mystery together. Really not walking on the spot when they really didn't have to go through the effort of all of that animating. I mean, check that out. A full walk across the entire scene. Pretty gosh darn good song, but what I loved about it the most was how the dark, gritty noir vibe was handled from start to finish. Like with the neon lighting and everything, it really took on an entirely different vibe. I'm not even being funny, that voice actor was so good. I swear to God, the actor was probably being literally tickled in front of the mic for it to sound so incredibly real. Like, how good was that?
それに俺はこの店のカレーがいつでも食えるだけで十分だ。 今日来たのは例の件だな。
Prime example of realistic conversations I appreciate in anime, where it's not the case that one person speaks, then another in an awkward fashion. Instead it's fluid, like real life as people speak over each other. Man oh man, they take these scenes so serious, it's honestly great and hype. Fantastic scenery shot of the city, and it's actually impressively animated too. That.
いや、何もないよ。不当不屈の恐るべき敵兵士を倒し。
It's really weird for me to see these two currently on the same side right here, and I'm pretty sure it's this very room where he's later held hostage himself, no?
連中ごときやつがれがまとめ。
Unexpected, you go, boy!
へえ、やればできるじゃないか。
Oh god, I forgot how awesome his own ability is. It really reminds me of that awesome game I played back on the maybe PS3 called The Darkness, where you had extra limbs due to a creature you merged with. It's so sick! They don't half do some awesome looking city shots in this one. I don't think it's physically possible for me to get bored of watching him use his ability. It's so simple, it's only a few seconds, and yet it's so incredibly awesome at the same time.
俺の異能力天意無法は数秒先の未来を予見できる。
Not gonna lie, I didn't even know the dude really, and yet it hurts to see this. Firstly, he's a good guy, but secondly, it's because his flawless ability failed him, and in the most painfully simple way.
目覚めたかい、小田作。
He's alive, that's a win. I don't even care if I barely know him. I love his ability, enough said. Just you try telling me that that's not one of the most epic looking attacks in anime history right there.
銃など愚者の銃具。
They can actually have a second win here for this attack because I think it was inspired to do it from that creative angle there.
俺の名はジード。ミミックを束ねるものだ。
Not from Hunter x Hunter. Between the defense and the offense, that's probably right up there in my top 5 most awesome abilities or powers in anime. Not sure it's number 1 with Isaac the Terror, but it's up very high. What an absolute maniac he was even back then, taking out his own people who risked their lives to help him. Plus that ability. Oh, they're both together and equally awesome. This is sick!
あくまで本気で戦うつもりはないと。
I don't even rightly know why I'm so hyped by this kind of a battle. Could be partly due to the fact that my last couple videos have covered less action type stories, but I personally think it's just plain old awesome.
人の命を奪う者に人生を書くことはできない。だから俺は人を殺さない。
The quite frankly excellent reason why he has never taken a life and never does want to do so, and you can see how that honesty resonates with someone like him as well. They're nuts, doing an almost entirely different OP, bar the music obviously, and this one has even better visuals to my mind than the first as well. Take a win for them all being able to meet up again like this at the end. Didn't expect that. Plus the reveal that he was actually a triple agent all along, and that abilities can interact together, which is huge.
暗号。私の気が変わらないうちに消えるんだ。
It's a real testament to the team that this moment, which wouldn't typically be one that held a lot of meaning for me, did in fact end up doing so, in spite of not knowing the characters long and so on, but it hit hard.
なんだ。
Well, that was absolutely awful and at the same time still very much win-worthy. Wow!
あまりに喉が激しく痛むので気づいた。叫んでいたのは俺だった。
In fact, what comes after and his outstanding vocal performance earns this moment a Max 2 Wins award. You could hear such intense pain in his voice.
おやすみ、康介。おやすみ、さくら。静かに眠ってくれ。
What an incredible way to start the episode and at the same time highlight why he said goodbye to his future at the end of the last episode, knowing full well that he'd now be unable to obtain that dream with what he's about to do next.
うちの若いもんをあんまりいじめんでいただきたいですな。ポートマフィアの親分さん。
UP from Hunter x Hunter, you can hear that immediately! Also take one here for going without an OP this episode for extra content. Also, I don't think I understood it during season 1, but have a win for all of these characters being based on real life ones. That's pretty sick once you notice it. You gotta admit, from a cinematic standpoint, that was done insanely well.
暴力や死、本能や欲望、そういったむき出しの感情に近いところにいれば人間の本質に触れることができる。そうすれば何か生きる理由が見つかると思ったんだ。
Not only did that sound insanely poetic and was written thusly really nicely, but it also makes total sense for him as a character, why he'd make that choice given his proclivity to not wanting to be around anymore.
君、何をするんだい。ちゃんと前を見て歩かなきゃダメじゃないか。言ったら君、死ぬよ。
The fact that my boy Levi is still in this anime is still a big fat win. He's absolutely in my top 10 voice actors. Crazy that we live in a world where this isn't widely considered a piece of art.
組織存続のためならどんな非道も喜んで行わなければならない。
その封筒は
どこへ行くのかな。
小田作のところへ。
Giant, massive plot twist. One that I really just didn't see coming, even though it was fairly obvious now that I think about it. What bloody fantastic way by which to handle their battle!
そのようだ。
That great looking animation though! Originally, I was going to just mix these scenes with the previous win for a single win. Then I snapped out of it and thought, oh no way, this needs to now be 2 max wins. Gorgeous animation and really uniquely animated too.
私が行く理由は一つです。彼が友達だからですよ。
This.
知っていて殺しをやめさせるために声をかけたのではないか。
俺は英雄だった。祖国を守ることが自分の天命だと信じて戦った。そしてただ敵を求め戦い続ける荒野の狩猟となった。
It's so damn good that they're sadly communicating everything to one another at long last effectively via their abilities, a mutual understanding, even respect being shared evenly between them. Too little too late though. This whole final moment can have another win on its own, just beautifully done. A serene peace over both of them, content in what was about to end them both. Wow, I'm kind of blown away.
バカだよ、小田作。君は大バカだ。
At least he made it there in time and he was able to get his final regret washed away by being able to say goodbye to his friend in the end.
人を救う側になれ。どちらも同じならいい人間になれ。
分かった。そうしよう。
Originally, I will admit, I was unsure as to how well the pacing would be done with them doing it this way, but ultimately I think it was brilliant, and learning how he left the Mafia and is now much happier for it was perfect after this.
転職先を探してましてね。どこかおすすめはありませんか？
I adore the fact that this scene is happening where part of episode 1 of season 1 takes place.
異能力者を集めた武装組織だ。公僕には頼れぬ灰色の厄介事を引き受け解決する。
人を救う仕事ができますか？
Such a great end to such a great episode, learning how he came to be in their team. Absolutely brilliant stuff. This is legit crazy. I've never been faked out twice before, giving wins each time to what I thought was the OP, and then we get the first proper OP at episode 5. Regardless though, it was excellent. Really great battle animation throughout it, and yeah, it gets another win for that. Still kawaii.
お待たせ。
Feels so oddly nice to suddenly find myself back with all of these characters, so I guess this means they did the whole backstory incredibly well if I feel like this.
お届け物です。
I have no idea why I found this so funny, but she leaps in and saps the one person she's meant to be giving the evidence to for some reason.
教える者に罰を与えよ。愛しの教科や。
Making me feel settled by starting off the episode all nice and fluffy with breakfast, with the weird siblings, and then her funny first mission, and then pulling the rug out from under me with all of this and beating me over the head with it.
探偵者だ。夜叉がもう一体。
すべてはそなたのためじゃ、教科。
They're really smashing it early on this episode with the abilities on display, aren't they? I forgot how good this anime was in terms of its abilities. Super unique and creative. Massive props for this. I figured it'd be a standard rescue mission now. Gotta get her back, guys. But no, instead she attacked her whilst leaving the scene and then leapt back to him. Oh, that's really awesome. Wow, just when I'm about to write, oh fair play, they did just end up taking her and now they gotta rescue her, this then happened. Double plot twisted me. Even more turned up, it's a triple plot twist from what I originally thought. I'm like a pretzel now. I'm friggin' playing Twister with 12 limbs.
罪深き者たちに神の恩寵を。
Lemillion from My Hero Academia.
ここはどこだ？確か僕は敵にやられて。
That's like 5 plot twists. I thought they were allies. So confused.
さあ、治療の時間だ。今日はこいつで行こう。
Kawaii kawaii.
ご無沙汰。
確かに久しいの。裏切り者よ。
I'm not gonna make another joke about this being another plot twist, but let's just appreciate for a moment how crazy that storyline went. Like I said, I thought they'd grabbed the girl, now we gotta get her back. Instead, reinforcements arrived on all sides. The girl was taken, but so was she. Everyone got attacked. It was crazy good.
探偵者は事務所を捨てて別の施設に隠れたようです。新拠点の検出は困難ですね。
Asagiri again from Dr. Stone.
の世界は今輝きに満ちているのだよ。
What a great introduction to this villain, excellent music and build up to this moment, and that face too. Also though, Reagan from Mob Psycho 100.
結末が今から楽しみだよ。
三組織異能力戦争だ。
Another great ending to an episode with this moment just nicely setting up the coming story. A by the numbers decent ED there, very nice song, quite catchy actually now that I think about it, and very pleasant but simple looking visuals.
舐められたものです。
神の恩寵
That was really well done. I liked the scene just before it too, but lots of tomato sauce in that one, but it had a great artistic style to it. Plus the music was great, reminded me a lot of Code Geass.
全員船から離れろ
What an amazing plot twist!
私をイルマンと呼ぶな
This is seriously so good though, isn't it? Ha! I didn't expect any of this. This isn't normally how anime are structured, but this story really and truly does break the mold, doesn't it?
鬼門実
I totally forgot between season 1 and now season 2 just how cool and straight up badass these battles can be as they announce their powerful attacks and we get all of these awesome looking effects.
誰が敗北を知らぬだとマーガレット
That's so good it's getting the anime a Max 2 Wins award all day long. They paint him as an evil bad guy so well. They use music to match and the animation is fantastic looking.
何
If you thought the last one was a double, and yet this one wouldn't be another one, then you're living up on Crazy Mountain, and you shouldn't even have Wi-Fi up there, you crazy Joe you, because that was equally sick and I feel ill.
やはり仕事はこうじゃねえとな
They are stupidly great at designing different to normal but still incredibly awesome battles in this anime. From the music and the angles used to the animation and effects, it's just different.
このままじゃ押しつぶされますわ
What is this, an episode of JoJo or something?
悪党にとっての頼みは利用して奪い使い捨てるの類義ですわ
ギルドは悪の組織じゃないよ
Credit to her and of course naturally the writer for highlighting this. That was well put. Dude stepped right up and attacked out of the Matrix!
あのトラックこっちに気づいてないのか
This is like what I describe as a JoJo situation. I know their abilities and yet I haven't a clue how they're going to fight back and then he uses his like this! This gets a win purely for being unexpectedly tense.
監視はお見通しということですか
Kawaii!
俺じゃ軽くぶつかっただけでカミソリが腕を傷つける
Goodness me, they certainly didn't hold back anything in that scene. Razor blades all mangled in the skin. Wow!
違うもう昔の僕じゃない僕には力がある僕はダメだ僕は言っちゃいけなかったんだ
It's good to be reminded of his past here and also it puts into perspective how far along he's come at the same time as how far he still has to go.
次は封印などしない心臓をくり抜く
Not gonna lie, he sounded incredibly badass in that moment. Gave me goosebumps.
自分を憐れむな自分を憐れめば人生は終わりなき悪夢だよ
He's at his best when he's being totally serious. Great advice here from him, and for most of the world it applies as well.
連絡をもらった時は驚きましたよやあアンゴ元気そうじゃないか
Now looking back, super smart starting off the season how they did, as this makes total sense now.
待たせたかなありきたりの反応だ
Kudos to him for realistically going straight into attack mode here. Is it just me, or do any of you think the animation is actually a tiny bit better than the first season? I know it was kinda one big season split by 6 months or so, but still, it looks great!
待って
The friggin' plot twists in this anime!
おい待て
おやおや
Starting off the episode with another plot twist. She just got him out of there. Didn't need to be saved in the end, just came along and saved him. You and your plot twists!
完璧だ
I'm glad to see her not just immediately fitting in there. It's much more interesting to see her going through her own struggles still, such as just attacking the cops here. Is it me, or did that not look fantastic?
切り抜きゃ
狂気とはこれのことか。
Might sound odd, but one of my favourite moments in anime like this is where someone super strong meets someone else super strong and things don't go as planned, like here. Brilliant bit of voice acting there, fits the bill perfectly.
非常にも僕たちと同じ傷を抱えた人がたくさんいる。その人たちを見捨てれば君は過去の自分も見捨てることになる。それでもいいのかい？
The writer has such a great grasp of words. Sometimes people go over the top and you're left scratching your head. Then every now and again you get writers like this, where it's poetic, but just enough so you can easily grasp the message.
僕を逃がしたら君はギルドから。
一人ぼっちは最初からですもの
I love it when words are used just as mentioned and they stir the passions of others, like it did with her, rather than just keeping it painfully simple. Help me and help me save people's lives!
生きてそしていつか私をここから救い出して
Great moments that I really hope will be touched on in a future season. That would be awesome after all of this. I haven't a clue what saved him or how, but it was definitely win-worthy.
無駄なあがきはやめろ。それが貴様の限界だ。
うるさい。
I think it's the height of clever to keep on dealing with his character growth in that way, using that room.
君の勝ちだよ、アツシ君。
Yeah, he got it to him in the end, and he did it!
ギルドと戦っていく上で、協力者としてこれ以上の組織はありません。
その組織の名は
ポートマフィアです。
Excellent end to the episode there. The idea of them teaming up with the Port Mafia has me incredibly hyped up. As always, take a win for going without that ED to allow for this moment to have happened too.
元ポートマフィアだから。
は？
国木田君以外は全員知ってるよ。
は？
I can't believe he never knew.
だがそれはポートマフィアに何度も撃たれ、惑わかされた者からの提案で言葉の重みが違う。
See, I really enjoy that writing and reasoning. In most anime, I feel like they're just teamed up. It's cool and it'll make for a couple good battles, but here, he said no. The reason he changed his mind is because of who was saying they should team up and everything he'd been through at their hands, yet still he put the idea forth. I like that. That!
同盟の本質とは先払い。
このゴミ片したら次はてめえだからな。
やっぱりこうなった。
Oh, things are about to get really good, aren't they?
戦略予測には一言も。
はい悪いけどそれ禁止。
能力無効化。
Ah, his own ability is so cool and it wouldn't be half as good if he didn't use it so casually.
好きなのは靴選びのセンスくらいかな。
そうか？
もちろん嘘だよ。無駄だよ。
ダサい。
when I felt slightly disappointed that their teaming up was over already. This happens, let's go!
前の男はおとり。
Easy win here, best battle of the anime so far, and there's been a lot of great looking fights. I'm also deeply impressed at how insanely consistent the animation has been from start to finish too.
手がのみで戦場に出るならこれくらいの仕込みは当然だよ。
These two are absolutely hilarious together.
ビッグホールだ。しかしあれは一体何なんだい？
Easiest Max 2 wins of the entire series, not just the season, but both. Excellent cream of the crop animation from the start, the stakes were really high, our main boy couldn't luck his way through it using his ability, and they really worked well together. It was fantastic stuff.
もう休め中や。
ちゃんと俺を拠点まで売り届けろ。
Take another here as well for the end to the battle and stopping him from going mad just like he said he would. Dude's one of my favourite voice actors. Griffith from the 1997 Berserk, the Wizard King from Black Clover, the main villain in part 4 of JoJo, and so much more.
2つの窓ははめ殺しで出入り不可能。
It's quite impressive to expand upon their abilities like this, as it really allows for a proper diversion in an episode when needed. I guess much the same as the redhead from a few episodes ago, who helped the main character escape the ship and her ability.
それならいっそ地道に調査して推理するってのはどうだ。
面倒地味退屈。
He's a stupidly great voice actor. I love how in this anime he does the voice very similar to Yato from Noragami too.
なぜ私が弁解などたかが施設付きの館医のくせに何様のつもり。
Oh, also nearly totally forgot they went without an OP. Ding! Impressive how they deal with the logic behind this murder mystery. It could have been kept extremely simple, but clearly a lot of thought went into it, and I could really appreciate that.
戻った。
Levi solved it like a boss!
犯人は僕だ。
No word of a lie, I predicted this, because he started the game in the room alone. It made sense to me. Hopefully you'll believe me, given my absolute honesty for 5 years about being a dumbhead. Credit where it's due, they really went all in on the story for the book he made up. I mean, saying it takes place in 2050 and then showing the world at large within that world? That's pretty nuts, no? Probably one of the best examples of car reflections, and this was nearly 7 years ago.
やってくれるかい？
断れ。貴様には無理だ。貴様は死ぬまで孤児院のグズなのだ。
Great example here of what I was referring to before in how I think it's excellent that his history and entire character growth is being dealt with in the confines of his mind within this room.
その隙に姿を消して接近する。
That is so incredibly awesome. It's like something right out of a video game. The bad dude who I really like is on board. This is even better. Get out of here.
中の様子はどうだい？誰もいません。妙です。
Lots of not walking on the spot.
機械の体となる前のモビー・ディックは美しかった。かつてのギルドがそうであったように。
Great non-one-dimensional character he is, kind of obviously lamenting what became of his special ability he clearly loved and how he missed the guild he joined years past. Also take one, as always, for skipping that ED to again give us scenes like this, which would either have been skipped or cut right down, I guess, if not.
お前見つけたぞジンコ。
What a fantastic plot twist for the end of the episode, including this guy because he basically cannot be controlled. Great start to the friggin' episode, Brusky!
太宰さんと繋がってる。話があるそうだ。太宰さん！太宰さん！
This dude is absolutely insane, and I, strangely enough, cannot get enough screen time with him.
信用できない。裏をかいて合図より前に奪い、そのまま逃げる。
Again, this is something I just like, because it's not normally done like that in anime, with him going early on the count of 2.
俺の異能力は消費した金額に比例して身体能力を強化させる。
If that's not another unique gift of that, then I don't know what is.
念のため手足を外しておくか。アーグラーが芥川。誰の許可で床に転がってる。
Just when I didn't think it could get much better, this ends up happening! Wow!
いいだろう。黒人を素手で止めるだと。
I'm just gonna say it, this second season has been bloody brilliant, and the more I see of this dude and the fights in general in this one convinces me ever further of that fact.
破傷門黒波動50万ドル。その4だ。ただ強者たれ。
Okay, this dude is seriously tough, didn't see that coming. Emergency win!
両親が赤子の貴様にしたことに比べればこの程度暴力のうちにも入らん。
I didn't want to risk showing everything, but needless to say, his past is extremely sad, and it's no wonder he has lingering problems he's still dealing with to this point.
理解した。
逃げとだと。
I just never see the plot twists coming!
力も地位も十分あるのに、ただみんなに怖がられたいから戦うなんて、その方がよほどくだらない。取り消せ。異能力に恵まれ、出会いに恵まれ、己の悲劇ばかりにしたる愚物だからだ。
I can hardly believe that the mangaka wrote so many seriously intriguing characters in this, both heroes and villains alike. It's really one of the furthest anime away from good guys versus bad guys.
天馬天外。
Yeah, that was never not going to get 2 max wins, was it? Tiger transformation, and they're kind of fighting among the 3 of them. That's so good, bro. Get out of it, man. That was like some My Hero stuff.
妻ゼルダは娘の死を受け止められず心を病み、その全てを支払う。
これがギルドの長の覚悟。
What did I say about unique characters? Not only is that a great view of the city, but also a good reminder of everyone who is currently in it.
なぜなら苦しめる過去の言葉と貴様は本質的に無関係だからだ。
太宰さんはとっくにお前を認めてると思うぞ。
These two sharing in this moment extremely important words with one another.
暗人反抗。羅生門天魔天外。
I'm convinced that they're just insanely good when it comes to wrapping up the end of an episode in a big way. What a start to the episode! Also no OP, let's go!
なりたいものと向いているものが違うとき、人はどうすればいい？どぶ底を行くストレイドッグスのように。
Really poetically using words that affect her that also apply to both of these two currently fighting. Now even he is trying to help him. my god! That so wouldn't go amiss in Jujutsu Kaisen, My Hero Academia, Demon Slayer and others. That was amazing! The voice acting was godly, the animation fantastic, and the build-up incredible. I honestly never thought I'd see scenes like this from Bungo Stray Dogs, but I'm so happy that I am. 2 max wins!
おい早く止めないと
They saved the day, and did so in one of the best team-ups I've ever seen.
ダメだそんなのダメだ軌道を変えるんだ
命を犠牲にしてみんなを助ければきっと私は入社試験に合格できる。ごめんなさい。
Incredible writing, seriously, but also pacing and plotting, thinking up another plot twist here. Genius! In fact, that was so shocking how quickly it happened, and the fact that he dragged him out of there, his enemy, and saved his life. Maybe because there is a small bit of mutual respect there now, who knows? Then it gets 2 max wins.
そして清香ちゃんは入社試験に合格した。
白雪の刀で鎖を切って脱出した。ただいま。
Ah, that was amazing! Got me slightly emotional, that did.
やつがれは
強くなったね。
Ah, that was also amazing! The final episode is filled with wholesome sauce.
ええ。なんせあなたは2代前のギルドの長ですから。
What an awesome twist! Firstly, I'm glad he's alive, he's a cool dude, but secondly, it was his guild, hence his lamenting words before. Take my win! My word, with a cute little gift like that, it's no wonder he was so pained by what it had been turned into. Getting slightly emotional again as it's now back to its little baby form. Getting to see everyone together and safe again, and now she's officially joined as well. My heart is full.
こんな場に我が輩を呼んで良いのであるか我が輩は敵組織の
すぐ戻るからそこにいて
Very glad to see him here. I figured he'd be a one and done in the story, so very happy with this. Have one here for setting up more plots with the Port Mafia, no doubt. Sounds like something is going down with the lady and such. Very good job at juggling all of the plots ready for season 3. Being nice to animals is always a win. So is going without an ED.
そうまでして芥川君と虎の少年を引き合わせた理由は何かね。
It's the height of brilliance, really, to have him be on the good guy's side now, because he was so in deep with the Port Mafia that it allows for wins mentioned during number 184 to occur, kind of behind the scenes, and this one to have happened. Great end to the second season right there with that gorgeous looking visual. Take a final win here as well for yet more planning behind the scenes, setting up the next big villain, a plan to get the Darkness dude onto their side so we can fight alongside the main character in the future. It's bloody brilliant. Loved that season even more than the first. What a second one it was! I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, a like and comment to let me know what you liked would be wonderful. And of course, I'll catch you in season 3 hopefully one day. Vote it in on my Patreon if you like. $4 gets you a vote. Link down below. See you next time. Creator follower, Lefty, Corey Bush, Unacamian Water, Manuel Morales, Marquez, Nick Wyndham, Warkeeper, The Ever Commander, Adalisk, Bird Without a Word, Brendan Creer, Christopher Willis, Emmanuel Gonzalez, Gaten 2000, Jessica Starks, Captain, Cumfroik, Kylie W, Magnus, Nathan Burr, Satai Kuyori, Sean, Sebastian Ramirez, Wiccan Faye, Ali 50, Baked Patats 3827, Dark Lord Blaze Soul, Dub Defender Matt Mallow, Guru, Israel Caldera, Yor Edfinson, Jonas Stahl, Jaffa 6263, Kieran Robinson, Kelnog, Kevin Nelter, Gonito, Laxus, Luis Cruz, Matthew Blansett, Nicholas C, 1928, Oliver Smiley Reacts, Peter Milligan, Saintfo 25, Sentimento, Storm 970, The Elementator Wars.